What's up, everybody, and welcome to ITG Daily, the show that brings you the hottest in gaming news. I'm Drew Bosley. You can find me on Twitter at ArtisticGamer28, and that's the one, the only. It's Scott Savage. You can find him on Twitter at Savage. Scott, what's going on today, Ben?
Oh, we just released a review, and we'll get to that later, but I'm really excited. That was a fun one to do.
Yeah, no doubt. It's I haven't checked it out yet. I gotta get there. I've been a little tied up this morning, we'll say. Needless to say.
Oh, we're lacking senior editor check on that one.
That's what we'll get there. We will get
the swears.
That's dude. You always gotta watch that stuff, eh? It's that and the dialogue. The dialogue is what gets me every now and then. The dialogue will come in, and I'm like, oh no.
It's like, why is this Netflix? It was silent for 20 minutes until the moment I'm talking, and it blew through.
Absolutely. Steve and I reviewed, we did a preview on Giants Uprising, and he said he edited the thing, rendered it out, sent it over, and he goes, oh, I just caught it right at the very end of the video. He saw the F-bomb drop in there, so he's like, I gotta change that, fix it, so give me a sec. He says, I'm like, all good, buddy, all good, it happens.
It's not even a gray area S-word. No, it's an F-bomb. We gotta clean that out.
Yeah, that game is full of F-bombs and some other language that Steve and I were like, whoa, that's a little aggressive there, guys. But everybody can be joining us live over on InsideTheGame.ca, over on twitch.tv/theofficialITG, and his YouTube as well with Inside the Game Official. And of course, you can always join us later, InsideTheGame.ca once again, and podcast services and TV streaming networks around the globe. Scott, coming up on today's show, dude, the Steam Deck is getting delayed.
Oh, another one.
Another one. Oh, dude, it gets worse. Sony cutting back on PlayStation 5 production plans.
Oh no, that can't be good.
No, it's not. And Skyrim, at least, is in some good news as they celebrate 10 years. Dude, Skyrim.
With their 10th yearly release, reissue of the game.
Yeah, it's it's now on every fridge around the world.
Well, that is one for the ages. The history books will not let that go.
Absolutely. Dude, let's get going as Steam Deck is delayed until February 2022. Valve's handheld will now begin shipping next year. This comes from Matt Kim over at IGN. Valve has announced that the Steam Deck, its portable computer gaming handheld, will be delayed by 2 months. Not a big deal, but it's still, here's another delay kind of thing, right? The first units will now begin shipping in February 2022 instead of its planned December 21 release. In a blog post, Valve cited that the global supply chain issues and material shortages as reasons for the delay. The issues have affected many consumer devices, from other game consoles to cars and more. We're sorry about this. We did our best to work around the global supply chain issues, but due to material shortages, components aren't reaching our manufacturers' facilities in time for us to meet our initial launch date, Valve says. Quote, based on our updated build estimates, Steam Deck will start shipping to customers in February 2022. This will be the new start date of the reservation queue. Valve says that the reservations will not change, and those reservation holders will keep their place in line. So that's cool to see. Dude, 2-month delay, not the end of the world, but a little disappointing when you're into something new and exciting, right?
Yeah, it's a whole new, I want to say console. I think that's correct. A handheld console, at least. Mm-hmm. A whole new version product. It's coming to market, and it's stumbling in its launch window. That is the scariest thing in the game industry, and we've seen it a dozen times. I think we talked about that yesterday. It's been way too often, but this is a company taking a calculated look at it, and at least they are addressing kind of some of the issues that might come up. If you're reserving a spot, don't worry. That's a very important piece of information.
Yeah, I'm glad they're upfront by stating, hey, it's okay, we still got you, right? We know what order you purchased this in. We still have you covered. We just have to push the launch date a little bit further away just to meet the supply because of shortages. Dude, which brings us into our next report, as well as Sony reportedly cuts PlayStation 5 production plans, making it even harder to get one. The ongoing chip shortage strikes again. This comes from Matt Perslow over at IGN. Sony has reportedly cut production plans for the PlayStation 5 by around 1 million consoles due to the component shortages and logistic constraints. And with less consoles being produced, it could be harder to buy one. A report from Bloomberg cites sources familiar with Sony's operations. These sources claim that Sony was originally targeting more than 16 million PS5s to have been produced in the year ending March 2022. Man, but the figure has been cut to about 15 million instead. I get it.
That's still an astounding number of consoles. You know, I try and think about it. We all have a cell phone. Can you imagine 16 million of these in a room?
No.
Like, it's not a small order. So it does make sense that they are feeling some of the same shortages. But, oh, man, that's got to hurt their bottom line for sure. Because this is, again, a new console still. It's been a year, but it's still a new console.
Yeah.
And just kind of getting that out into the market. This is going to slow down a lot of development for AAA games for next generation. It's just a big mess overall.
I think you make a good point, Scott. It is the side effects, the ripple effects of where this heads next, right? Yeah, us as consumers can't get another console. We can't get a console, right? I know people who are still trying to get, Corey from the show is still trying to get a PS5. Can't get one anywhere, right?
And there is no number to dial. There is no insider group. It just is. Those things are so valuable. It's almost like if you have a Bitcoin. Well,
exactly. So you can't get one anywhere. But then who wants to produce for a next-gen console that no one's going to play on?
Yeah. We're looking at ports at best.
Well, yeah, we are getting new titles, so everybody's scammering around trying to get ready for the next Horizon Forbidden West, which will be on next gen as well as last gen. Scott, and I wonder why. I think this is kind of the status. Remember when they stated God of War next gen only, for Horizon Forbidden West next gen only, and they take a look down the line and they go, these chip shortages are becoming a big problem for us here at PlayStation. Let's port these. Let's down-res these a little bit. Let's make sure that they run on PS4 because we're not going to have the ability to meet the supply and demand for PS5 consoles, and we don't want these gamers left out. If you want to play the next God of War, it's coming to last gen, being PS4 and PS5. So if you can't get your PS5, at least you can still play the next God of War game.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not coming to the Vita. But you have to think, even if they spend 10% more of the cost to down-res, downscale, and provide a different copy, there's potentially more than 50% the sales that they'll achieve. Because this game, especially Horizon, it's going to cost so much to produce, just a staggering amount. And they're a business; they're going to want to turn that into money. So it's one of those things that makes sense, but it's a little troubling.
Absolutely, right? With 110 plus million units for the PS4 around the world being out there, you don't want to leave out somebody who's on that console. So I can see why they're going to bring it back. Again, the chip shortage being one of the major factors here. I would almost guarantee that's why they are bringing it to PS4s. So why leave those people out when you can't even buy a PS5? If you had the the supply chain in line for everybody, hey, you want to play the next God of War? Then go get the PS5. That, dude, is a fantastic strategy if you can find a PS5. But due to restraints of what's going on in the world, it's just not possible. So
you can be sure that they are trying everything they can do to put more consoles in market. It's a business that they run as well, and they want to sell these products.
Yep. Without a doubt, Scott. Dude, today is November 11th. It is Remembrance Day, so shout out to all of our veterans of the past. Thank you for all your services and support over the years, and those who continue to support us. Want to give a quick shout out to them. Should have been at the top of the show. My apologies for that. But November 11th also brings around something else. You ready for this? It's a Skyrim 10th anniversary.
I remember this 10 years ago, actually. I do.
Yeah, it's the 10th year anniversary of Skyrim. Happy birthday, Skyrim. Dude, I still have yet to play this game.
I don't know. I don't even know. Somebody's face palming right now. I don't
I'm
know.
so sorry. I'm so sorry. I know.
It's really just a feat that you've avoided it for this long.
Yeah, that's right. I win. I can keep going. It's just, it's not one particular game that kind of like I saw the hype and I appreciate what it is, but that genre is just not for me. That whole
Oh, there are 100 hours each character you make, and there's maybe a dozen combinations of things you can make.
yeah.
I've been through that whole game. I think 3 or 4 times over every character combination you could do.
Yeah.
And it is absolutely a giant release. It makes sense that they're still being talked about. I don't know if I agree that this should be the 3rd, 4th, 8th release of the game. I think that's getting a little strange.
It's competing with GTA 5.
Yeah, another one.
Dude, and this comes up from Parker Wilhelm, who's the Associate Content Manager. Join us on November 11th for the Skyrim 10th Anniversary Fan Celebration. On November 11th, the Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim commemorates a decade of adventures, from epic battles with mighty dragons across Tamriel's snowy peaks to countless numbers of Peffler cheese wheels. Really? One
There's
comment
no shortage of cheese wheels.
defines the Skyrim experience. So they actually have a full concert going on today. It is at 2 p.m. Eastern. If you're just catching this, yeah. So if you catch us in time, you can watch it live over on the Bethesda YouTube and Twitch channel. Check that out, or hit it up later. Kind of one of those things. But they've also brought with it, Scott, the upgraded version of Skyrim coming to Xbox Series X and S, as well as the PS5. I might jump in and try it. It is free as well. It's free.
I do recommend that. I absolutely recommend, as much as I've played it to death,
yeah,
it is worth going through. I'd say going through maybe 2 or 3 times.
Oh man, because I'm not busy enough as it is.
Well, with this new version of it, I wish my character could literally be a vacuum cleaner. I name my characters Dyson and the like because I just walk across the landscape just eating everything I can like a honeybee.
Oh, dude. So we have 2 more articles to get to, Scott, but we also have a lot of announcements and releases for today. So I think we're going to skip ahead to that just to make sure we have enough time. And then we're going to circle back to some of the other docs that we have here for us. Are you ready for this, Scott?
Yeah.
Let me get ready because I am not. Okay. I am ready now. Go, buddy.
Oh, we have Sombre making its debut on Steam, and that'll be in early 2022. Now, that is a game that takes place in the semi-open world of Gloom. Sombre is a hand-painted action platformer. That's really cool.
It is cool.
It's filled with stunning locales and terrifying encounters. There is a quote here from the lead developer. When we first started working on Sombre, our goal was to create a lush living world filled with amazing little details and interesting gameplay. As you'd expect, we're knee-deep in development right now and enjoying every second of it. That is very good.
Yep.
Glad to hear. We can't wait to show the world dread-filled beauty of Sombre in 2022. You know, the longer this goes on, the more I'm into this, really.
I checked out the trailer.
From David Soderstrom, and he is the lead developer of You Will Get There.
It's dude, just even listening to the music is all somber. Like, it was crazy. I'm like, huh, okay.
Oh, very atmospheric, I'm hoping.
Oh,
yeah, I'm looking
absolutely.
at the art style now. It's beautiful.
Yeah, very cool.
I really wish there was more Tim Burton games. You could say Don't Starve is one of them.
Somewhat, yeah, for sure. I'd say that.
I want to see more of that. I'm all about the art style now. It's great. As my eyes have matured, so has my taste.
Okay, what else do we have?
we have downloadable content for Far Cry 6, and this will be available November 16th. Now, this is called Voss Insanity. I really like this.
Uh-huh.
The PlayStation 4, 5, Stadia, and the PC will get this DLC available through the Ubisoft Store. And you must own Far Cry 6. It's not a standalone. That's
Yeah.
important to note.
Yeah.
But it is at a suggested retail of $19.99, so that would be a nice little addition. Players will embody Voss, the iconic villain from Far Cry 3,
So
played
good.
by Michael Mando. And you are reprising his role for a brand new experience inspired by the roguelite genre. Starting with nothing more than a pistol, players will find new weapons and unlock power-ups to become stronger and progress deeper into the depths of Voss's psyche.
Yeah, great.
He is known as one of the coolest enemy characters in gaming ever. I'm
Without
really
a
glad
doubt.
he's coming back and voiced by the original. I think that's really important.
Very cool.
They're not throwing Kurt Russell into the role.
No. Nope. Absolutely not.
That was only a disappointment once. But not any slight to the man himself. But now the more I think about that, there is only one Snake Plissken, and it is Kurt Russell. But we also have SteamWorld Headhunter leads the collection of world premieres at Thunderful World Digital Showcase. Thunderful Games are delighted to have the opportunity to introduce to the world a host of exciting new games and provide updates on the anticipated roster at its debut showcase event, Thunderful World. The event includes a headline announcement of SteamWorld Headhunter, giving players their first look of the next entry in the multi-million selling SteamWorld franchise. Have you ever played SteamWorld?
Absolutely. Love it. SteamWorld is fantastic. Now they changed the whole genre up again. Like they seem to kind of revolutionize their own formula each time they put out a new SteamWorld game. And now they're going into this third-person co-op experience. I'm excited, man. I can't wait to see what they have.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of co-op. I hope it has couch co-op, but regardless.
I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to it.
Now we have one. I was just reading up on this yesterday, actually. The Gunk on Xbox and PC has a release date announced. We saw the reveal trailer for this, I believe.
Yeah.
You can get stuck in the highly anticipated Xbox and Windows Store exclusive from the Thunderful team behind SteamWorld. This is The Gunk. It is available December 16th, just coming out.
Cool. Very cool.
Now we have Wavetail world premiere and surprise launch, splashing onto Google Stadia today before surfing its way over to PC and console in 2022. Wavetail is a third-person action game from Thunderful Studios, again, the creators of Lost in Random and SteamWorld, as we mentioned. This has beautiful visuals and a stirring soundtrack for a heartwarming story.
It looks pretty cool. I'm interested in this one. Dude,
I like these narrative kind of driven games too.
On Stadia first, that's what caught my eye the most.
Oh yeah, no, that's a good secure. I want to see more from the world of Stadia, really.
Absolutely. What's next?
Now, we have White Shadows has a release date announced. It is coming to the PC, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and it will be available on December 7th. It is a cinematic 2.5D puzzle platformer with a stunning monochromatic art style. There it is again.
Looks sick, dude. Looks cool.
Monocle's debut effort tells the story of Raven Girl on a journey to escape the dystopia of the White City.
Nice.
Very cool. Now, one more announcement here. Chuhai Labs treats us to another look at their eagerly anticipated golf-like adventure, Cursed to Golf. I like that. Launching on PC and console in 2022, Cursed to Golf will take you on the role of a golf champion trapped in golf purgatory after a lightning strike stops you dead in your tracks. Well, right until that last bit, it sounds like Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. There's not much in the way of golf other than Rory McIlroy, I believe, is the face of it.
Who's got the one we're playing right now is PGA Tour 2K21. They're working on 2K22. Okay. That one's really good. The guys and I have a good time playing that one.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, we do have some releases today, and that would be Kanga, Seeds of Civilization, that is on Steam Early Access. We have Bright Memory Infinite dropping on a PC and consoles, I believe, being Xbox. Now, that is something that we have just produced a review on. So if you are curious about that title, I have to recommend plug the channel insidethegame.ca as well as us on YouTube.
Awesome.
Now,
dude, give us a small little teaser, Scott. What do we get into with that particular title, Bright Memory Infinite?
Okay, well, first of all, the visuals are probably going to pique your interest. Now, it's somewhat of a Doom style shooter. Not to say it's corridor, but it is very high paced, very heavy action, and it is really, really interesting. It takes you on kind of a roller coaster ride and has some very solid shooting.
All right, I have to check it out. Dude, it looked cool. It really does look cool. I want to check it out.
Oh, yeah, this was the highlight from the presentation we saw probably a year, maybe 2 years ago.
Yeah,
now.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That was a standout for me. We also have another heavy title release here. This is Grand Theft Auto, the Trilogy, the Definitive Edition. That is on PlayStation 4, 5, Xbox One, XS, Switch, and PC. And Switch is the notable edition.
Yeah. Quick note on that, too. Xbox Game Pass owners, or subscribers, can get GTA San Andreas for free through Game Pass right now. And then on December 7th, I believe, PlayStation Now subscribers can get into the GTA 3. So
very cool. No, I want to go through GTA 3 again. Now I've heard some people say this is not quite the definitive edition, but
I wonder.
That's to be seen, really. I'm curious. I'll be checking that one out.
Cool.
Now we have Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Old KOTOR makes its way to the Switch. Then we have, as you mentioned, Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Special Edition. That is the newest edition on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series consoles. And Epic Chef is on PC, Switch, PS4, and the Xbox One.
Dude, that was a list today. That was loaded. But we do have a few more minutes before we leave you. So let's get into Naraka Bladepoint. Celebrates 6 million copies sold with a new hero. 24 Entertainment is excited to announce that Naraka Bladepoint has sold over 6 million copies worldwide. The new title was featured in the Steam top sellers list for weeks and has received great positive feedback from top tier press around the world. The cherry on top was the nomination for the Golden Joystick Awards 2021 in the Best Multiplayer Game category. To celebrate Naraka Bladepoint's success, 24 Entertainment will hold its very first sale starting from today until the end of the week. You can get 30% off if you do not own the game currently. You're also getting a new hero. Yasan? Is that what you go with, Scott?
Yeah, I would say Yushan.
Yeah, so we get a new character. Have you played Naraka Bladepoint?
No, I haven't. I've seen quite a bit of gameplay because I was very curious about it at the time. But I didn't actually grab that one. Now, I want to say that I am a little bit surprised and disappointed that it doesn't feature Sam Fisher.
No, it's not going to feature Sam Fisher. Not at all.
He's everywhere, man. He's everywhere.
He certainly is. There's no doubt about that. But he's not going to be here. But it's cool. Steve and I checked it out. It is another spin on a battle royale, kind of MOBA-like game. And it is cool. It's cool. It's complicated to get into. So be forewarned when you're jumping in. It's not one you can kind of jump in and then bounce out. It's one you really need to kind of take your time, focus on, then really work the mechanics of the systems a little bit. And they have a few characters that look pretty interesting. It's one I'm waiting to come to console for me to play.
Yeah, this one seems like it would lend itself well to console.
Absolutely would lend itself beautifully well, because there was another one too. I'm trying to think of what it was top of my head. Steve and I think you jumped into that one too, and I can't remember what it was. But it was similar in this vein as well. And I was like, oh man, it's PC again, right? Again, all of us are mostly heavy in the world of consoles when it comes to gaming. And I want to be up on my, kind of sitting on the couch with my big screen TV, enjoying that kind of atmosphere and stuff. But yeah, it's one of those things. We'll see if it comes over to console. I would like to see it come over to console. But Scott, what I gotta do right now is thank everybody for hanging out with us over on twitch.tv/theofficialitg, as well as YouTube at Inside the Game Official. But if you can't join us live, hit us up later. InsideTheGame.ca, podcast services, and TV streaming networks around the globe. That's been ITG Daily, the show that brings you the hottest in gaming news. I'm Drew, that's Scott, and we'll see everybody tomorrow, because it's Friday inside the game.